Morning. I have been up for probably about 20 minutes. Got changed, got in the front of the van, came straight down here. So I'll do myself a coffee in a minute, bit of breakfast and brush my teeth. I actually slept really well. I did it Fairborn, to be honest, but yeah, yesterday the road noise didn't really bother me. I think maybe 2, maybe 3 times a lorry or something woke me. But nothing too noticeable. Never heard a train go along that line. So now I'm back down here so I can park up early. There is sun coming up over there, so hopefully that's going to break a good amount of this cloud away. I may check out the castle today. I'll see how I feel. I intentionally didn't do it yesterday because I wanted to leave something to come back to. But as you can see, it's a nice empty car park. I've managed to get in down here. I can fit into the space quite nicely. And there's the front view. I did consider reversing it in. Because sitting in that chair, I still have a view out the back. Even though those windows are tinted. But nah. Bigger window at the front. Right, what I best do is go and get a ticket before I get given a ticket. So let's see if I can get this to work. Because now I'm back on 5G, I should have internet connection again. Yeah, total cost for 12 hours, £7.95. Includes additional fees of 25p, so it's actually more expensive to pay online. Let's see what I've got money-wise. I'll be back in a bit. Just look at my van. God, that thing looks good. See, I've put you down to the seafront. Please don't get rusty with all the salt water in the air. Actually, one of the reasons I chose the Vauxhall version of this is that the undercarriage is coated for protection, unlike the Renault versions and the Nissan versions. I'm here for 12 hours, so that's 7 o'clock in the morning now, so I'm here till 7 in the evening. Right. While it's nice and quiet, I'm going to have a quick walk up and down. And then I'll get to doing a coffee and stuff in a little bit. Kettle on the boil, coffee ready to go. Oh, and Dad told me I didn't show you the back of this the other day. A few videos back when I did this, so this is the back of this piece. I've also masticed it along the bottom and up the side in the corner. It's holding very well so far. And this is the view out of the van at the minute. I do also believe that the tide is on the way out now. In fact, yeah, you can see it's not coming up as far. It looks like it doesn't come all the way up to the wall either. Or at least not this time of year. I guess later on. Winter maybe. Yep. That's on its way out. Oh, today is Friday and it also looks like that's bin day collection. we go. I'll give that a minute to brew. I bet it's not this nice on a winter's day. Oh, also those 2 free books that I showed in yesterday's video did not stay there long. When I was on the walk back, they'd already gone. Oops. Oh, that's magnetic. Okay. I can see why they don't allow camping here. Words, wow. I can see why they don't allow camping here, because if they did, it'd probably be full of them. Because this would be a good camping spot. It's a shame that. Also, when I was coming into town, the spot that I wanted to use yesterday but has no overnight on it has clearly had a van there overnight. But that's right before you come into Criccieth, and I think overlooks all of this. Right, I'm going to do my coffee. I'm going to do the narration that I need to do for Tuesday's video before it gets too busy and noisy. And then we'll see where I'm at. It's currently 8:27. I can't believe I've nearly been here 2 hours already. I had a quick walk down to the other end while I was copying yesterday's videos over to my laptop. That was about a 15-minute walk there and back to the end of that pier key thing there, back to the van. Made a coffee. I've done the narration for Tuesday's video, which if you're watching this one is already up. That's the Mam Tour to Win Hill. Exported that, that's ready for uploading now, which I can't do here. Obviously, I'll have to do that when I'm back home. I'll try and get yesterday's video edited later today as well, before I head down to the beach for a play. So I remember when we used to go caravanning, there would be at least one day of the week where we'd just stay in the caravan and read, play board games maybe, Frustration, Monopoly, Dominoes. I feel like today's going to be one of those days of not doing a whole lot. But if I can get a video edited, I'll be happy with that. That'll only leave me with Wednesday's video. Yeah, Wednesday's, which is going to need colour grading, so a lot more work on that one. It's nice here, even with the overcast skies. I mean, that looks... It hasn't forecast rain, so it shouldn't do. And while there's a very, very slight breeze, it's not windy. But I mean, just look at that. Looks like that guy's been scuba diving or something. Yes, I can see why my grandfather likes coming here. I think half lives here by this point. Skimming stones, let's see. Before it gets busy with people, we'll try and have a little bit of a skim. I did find a couple of good stones yesterday, but I put them back down because it was just too busy to do out with. Plus I saw some small schools of fish, so I didn't want risk disturbing them either, or hitting them. All right. Let's see how we get on with this. Well, that one came in a bit far. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. Seaweed. Bit enough. Bit heavy. Too much spin on it. I'm not getting them flat enough. I think my problem there is I'm not getting them flat enough. I'm hoping you falling over hasn't done any damage. Everything seems to be working fine so far. I think I'm going to walk in for town a little bit before it gets busy. Not that I expect anything to be open yet. What I might do is leave this camera in the van a little bit to dry back out. Right, I popped the kettle on, going to brew myself a cup of tea, and then I'm going to edit yesterday's video. It is currently 9:54, so 3 minutes on from when I last filmed this segment, only I didn't hit record apparently. Camera and stuff all seems to be working good, just a bit gritty with sand. But until that dries off properly, I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about that. I have just walked up the hill there, along the south beach and around, back up through the high street. I was wrong when I got here, the tide was still coming in. 8:32 was high tide, 15:51 is going to be low tide, which is mid-afternoon. It should be around 19 degrees by then. Currently 16, so it's very pleasantly mild at the minute. and every now and then a very, very gentle breeze. Yeah, I could stare at this all day. Problem is, I want to keep going that way. I need a boat. You get to the sea and you're kind of stuck. But that looks so appealing. Anyway, I'm going to see to my cup of tea, edit the video, which I'm hoping should only take about 20 to 30 minutes, and then start thinking about dinner. Man, what a park up. Well, it's past 11 o'clock and I'm still editing, but I've just heard someone walking past say there's a dolphin out there, and they are correct. Don't know whether it'll pick up on this camera at all, but just along there somewhere there is indeed a dolphin. Or possibly two. I think I might get the binoculars out and have a look at that. But no, that's probably not going to show up much on here. Oh well, I've seen it. Right, that's the editing done. 12:04 at the minute, 23 degrees in here. I have on that video had to do some colour adjustments in the evening where I was camped up. It's quite funny because at one point I was talking about how dark the stuff looks on the screen and then it's fine when I look at it on the laptop. That was the inverse. It looks reasonable on the screen and was just pitch black. So I've managed to boost it a bit, so if the colours look a bit odd in some spots, that's why. As for today, I did have a look at the dolphins out the front and I managed to see them through the binoculars. There was 2 or 3. Don't think they show up on camera. I did get this out with the longer lens, which would have given a better view, but I couldn't get the exposure on it. I don't have an ND filter for that lens and I couldn't bring it down enough. So I didn't bother in the end. I think for now though, I'm gonna go and sort myself out some food. I'm gonna tidy up a little bit in here first though. Tide is well on its way out. Ooh, timing on that. Couple of sailboats on the horizon. Looks like someone might be jet skiing. It's started to get busy now. Right, I'm going to step out for a bit. There's dinner. 12:56. Just got back from the chippy up in town, Allport I think it's called. Wasn't as busy as the one up on the hill. Good chips. That was 12 quid. So I'm going to sit out on the front there and enjoy them. Oh, it's a nice fish. Yeah, that was cod and a regular portion of chips. Totally worth it. Oh yeah.
Why, you look as if you're enjoying that.
Just a little bit. That was nice. Although, I'm feeling stuffed now. Could not have managed a bigger portion than that. I was struggling towards the end. Yeah, that was cod and regular chips for 12 quid. So I think I'm going to do myself a drink now and have half an hour. Alrighty, third time's the charm trying to record this bit. It's currently 14:35. So even though a large grey cloud has rolled in and the wind's picked up, I'm going to head down to the beach anyway. There's about an hour and 20 minutes till low tide, so I'll enjoy that for a bit. I found my filters in my grey bag that I carry around with me all the time, so I had them all along, but I'll switch it back to the standard lens cover now, so there's no ND filter on it. What else? I've changed to my swimming shorts. I don't mind this top getting ruined because it was a freebie a few years back, so it's not really anything. I don't mind salt water. Question is, do I take this bag down with me or not? Yeah, I'll take it. I don't even go in deep because I don't have anyone to look at my bag, but yeah, towel. I want to take my towel. Always know where your towel. Next time as well, future me, try and remember this. Bring your sandals. Let's go. It also stinks of seaweed in my van. I think that's from this camera. I'm hoping that it's more the camera than it is the van. Where have I just put my keys? There. Oh no. Let's not go out leaving the windows wide open, shall we? I won't be happy with that. My insurance wouldn't be happy with that. There we go. I haven't bothered putting the microphone on, external one. I mean, for one thing, I forgot to bring out the protector with me. For another, I do it this way, I can keep the entire unit closed off in case it falls into the water again. Let's go out for a bit. I think it's a bit choppier than yesterday was. Whew. I'm also not going to go in too deep because I'm by myself. And I can't even tell you when I last went swimming. A long, long time ago. Sure, I'm glad the sun's come out for a bit though. Got some good water holes here. I mean, all of that. And then it's going right down to that. Try to keep out of the shadow of it. Typical, now that I've come back up to the van, the sun is out in full force. And it looks like there's a little boat coming there. However, it is 29 minutes past 4, so I'm going to do some tea. I've got 2.5 hours left here. I don't know why, but my external microphone's decided it's not working now. It is not the charge port on this, because I've just plugged it in to charge and it's blinking fine like it should do. So it seems to be the cable from this to the microphone receiver. I mean, it was working earlier. I don't know why it's changed now. I hope it was working earlier. If I've got a load of clips with no audio, I'm going to be annoyed. Because I think I had a couple of clips like that yesterday. I had at least one clip like that yesterday that I found. So for now, tea time. I'll tidy this all up a bit first and then we'll get on with it. Someone's got a kite going there. And I put my shorts to dry. I did try putting them with the wiper up, but it just fell back down, so it's going to stay that way. Right, I was doing tea. Back in a minute. Alrighty then, what I'm going to go for is this chicken tikka and rice. Apparently you don't need to add water. There's nothing on the instructions that says so. Just says tear open pouch to transfer contents to a suitable pan. Place on a camping stove and heat gently, stirring throughout until piping hot. Decant into a bowl and enjoy. Well, I won't need to decant it if I cook it in this pot, so let's see how this turns out. First things first, let's get you lit. Like so. Let's dip you into there. I should have done this bit first, not lighting it. Let's drop you on. Oh, going fast. Right, I just can't get that bit, the odd couple of drains right down in them corners. Just stick this in the bin, because I was sensible and I plugged right up to a bin there, so I don't have to use mine. I even emptied mine this morning. Seriously, why the hell is it all sunny down on the beach now? It wasn't like that when I was down there. There were bits of like that, but it was also very cloudy and dark. Now it says cook the original piping hot, but there's nothing to say how long the cooking time's actually supposed to be. Smells decent. I mean, it's steaming, so is that hot enough? We're thinking that was going to be it. Starting to boil. I think that's going to be that done. So I'll turn that off. Give that a couple of minutes to cool down. I know I said it before that, but that's such a quick and easy setup. Okay. Now I want to go back in the sea. But the tide's already well on its way back in now. I would sleep here overnight if I could, and I would have done yesterday. It's a shame they don't have a few air spots down here. Right. And once again, I am once again going to enjoy my dinner out there. If I can stand you up, that'd be even better. There we go. Well, that was quite nice. I think there's a particular irony in that the rice that I did myself yesterday didn't stick, and this has got a little bit of stick on the bottom. Well, I'll give that a quick clean, and I think I've already got it out. I'm then gonna move on to this pudding. Look how much lighter it is in here now that I've got my normal filter on. Hey, isn't that much better? Should have done that past couple of days. Once again, that's steaming and hot. Didn't take long. I'm not even sure it took a minute. So I'll go out and enjoy that. Well, there we go, all packed up. I've got an hour and a half left, which is going to suck. I'm not going to be here for the sunset, and I bet that'll look nice from here. I mean, look how nice that's cleared up now. I'm tempted to go back down for a paddle, but I know I'll have to force myself back out again. But I shall be back here, definitely. 1, for the beach. 2, the castle. I would like to go and check that out on a day where the conditions are at least as good as this. I would definitely want a nice summer's day for that, so maybe some point within the next 3 or 4 weeks, even if it's just coming back for a day trip. Could do that with mum and dad one weekend maybe. Yeah, I'm going to go walk around a little bit more and take it in. I really don't want to leave. Yep, I'll take you just in case I see something there, but probably not. So let's go. Well, there we go. That is a raspberry ripple from the guy on the little cart back over there. Little gelato cart. Oh, that's good. $3.95, but good. So I'll enjoy that now. It is currently 18:27, so a little over half an hour before I need to go. As you can see, the tide's in. There's a boat there. I'm going to have a look at that through my binoculars in a minute. That gelato was really nice. Real raspberries as well. It's all homemade from what I gather. Irritatingly, I heard him telling a customer in front of me that tomorrow is his 10th anniversary of doing the business. So he's doing a flavour that apparently has been nagged about, but he hasn't done in 3 years because of the effort it takes. Banana and toffee. I'd have liked that one. He said roasted bananas as well. Is it banana and toffee? Banana and coffee. Whichever it is. Either way. It's usually banana and coffee in it, I think. Either way, I'd have liked that. But I don't plan on coming back here tomorrow. It's, I mean, just for an ice cream that's $3.95, and then the parking as well, which at least an hour, an extra $1.50 or whatever it was. 4 hours rather. No. I think tomorrow my plan is to head home. I want to stop off at a crag called the RAC Boulders, which is, I've just looked up, is right next to Betsy Coed. It's 51 minutes from here. And Emily tells me that they are very good boulders to climb. So I think that's tomorrow's plan. I still need to find somewhere to park up for tonight. But yeah. So that there is roughly where I'd be headed to. That's Betsy Coed. 51 minutes away, so I might as well pass through there on the way home. Like I was saying, I need to find somewhere to stop for tonight. I'll be up along that road somewhere. I'll look on Park for Night in a bit. I am tempted to head straight home this evening, because wherever I park, there's no way it's going to top this view. I mean, I felt it last night when I parked under them trees and it was dark. It was a bit It's alright. It was actually a good night's sleep. I'm assuming at some point a van pulled up behind me, because I heard the engine go, looked out the back window, and yeah, there was a van there. He pulled off. Another camper. Yeah, I know if I go home tonight it'll be partly just a sulky thing because it's over. And I've just looked at that boat through the binoculars. That is somebody's little sailor boat. Looks nice. If I didn't already have the van done, and it wasn't for the fact that there's no climbing out at sea, that could honestly tempt me. I would also need to relearn how to swim, because that's been way too long. But yes, I think when I do have to move on from here in 27 minutes, less than, I'm going to see if I can pull into that lay-by up there again. Well, not again, because I've not parked in it once yet, but the one that I was on about that looks back over here, and have an hour or two there while the sun sets. They really ought to do like a 16-hour ticket or something. I mean, 12 is nice, but got here at 7 o'clock, so I'm leaving at 7 o'clock. Another 2 hours till sunset. So yeah, a 14-hour ticket would have been nice. So yes, them there, RAC Boulders. I shall be checking them out. I should actually check out the weather first. What's the weather got for us? Tomorrow looks to be much the same as today. Okay, that's not too bad. want to sleep here to the sound of the waves. That's what I want to do. Okay, I'm going to sit out there and just enjoy the rest of this. So I'll pick you back up again a little bit later. I've just extended my stay for an extra 2 hours for an extra £1.80. Sunset's about 8:30, so I'll stick around for that. And then by the time it's 9 o'clock, what was it, 2 hours 46 minutes for the drive home, I think, so that won't be happening tonight now. So yeah, I'm going to stay here a bit longer because I cannot bring myself to leave. I think I have a new favourite place. At least for summer days like this. Whether I like it as much in the winter? Probably not. Right, I'm going to put this camera on charge for a little bit while there's still some solar coming into the van as well. Even though it's topped up at the minute, so it shouldn't take much to charge this, but every little helps. I wonder how many bays that camper's motorhome's paid for, because he's taken up 4 by my account. And it looks like they're setting up for the night. Even though there's no overnight camping. Yet there's no restrictions on actual parking, so if you take a 12-hour ticket out at 9 PM, you're parked for 12 hours. I mean, there's no penalty notice sign, so I don't think the no camping thing's technically enforceable. As far as I'm aware. I wouldn't risk it in a place like this. Fairborn I did, mostly because the motorhome behind me did. But it's also a pretty out of the way, in the sticks kind of place, so I doubt anyone's really going to care there anyway, but a council place like this. Code, the regulations are contravened. Yeah, no overnight camping. A penalty and charge notice will be issued for that one. Failing to conspicuously display a valid parking ticket or annual parking. Oh, you can get an annual parking permit. Oh, that might be worth a look at. Parking beyond the expiry time of the parking ticket, parking beyond maximum permitted periods. Parking vehicles prohibited from parking that place, parking other than only within the marked parking bay. See, the sign says no overnight camping, but it doesn't say that there's actually a penalty for being there overnight. And again, if you pay for up to 24 hours or 12 hours, what they're going to do then? You've paid for the 12 or 24 hours. I'm not going to risk it. But I'm sure there's people that do, and I'd be curious to know what happens in that case. But yeah, a car park like this, if they had half a dozen or so air camping spaces on the front here, that'd be cool. And I reckon they'd get a lot of use. Yes, now that the sun's set, I'm feeling better about leaving. I should definitely have to check out that annual parking permit thing. Because if you're going to come here frequently, and it's $7.70 for up to 12 hours, or 15 whatever for 24 hours, even though you can't stay 24 hours if you can't camp. What's classed as camping? Problem for another time. Yeah, if this becomes a frequent thing here, that might be worth getting an annual permit for. Right, the other thing, the owners of that boat there did actually come ashore a while back. Landed down there. It's a couple and a dog, and then after a bit they shot off right down there. I still don't seem to have come back. But that boat's out there, there's no lights on, which I would have thought there should be. Some sort of signal light. Because whilst I don't imagine there's going to be something coming crashing into it in the night, you still think safety wise there should be a light on. And there doesn't appear to be. $20.29, half an hour left. I mean, when I extended the ticket, my plan was to walk for a bit longer, which I've done. And then, well actually I've done, I think maybe twice now, up and down the front and along over the hill to the south beach. But yeah, my plan was to do that for an hour, come back, have a cup of tea and read for a bit. But I can't be bothered set up for a brew now. I'll wait till I find my camping spot and do that. Probably do a quick drink in the microwave. Yeah, this has been a nice day. And as I said in yesterday's video, I need more days like this. I think tomorrow morning I shall be going climbing for a bit and then head home in the afternoon. That is my current line of thinking. But as my first proper trip away in the van, I mean, I know I've done the odd night up the Roaches, and I think 2 nights is the most I've done. Mam tour as well. But as a proper trip out, this has been quite successful. I'm glad I did get that jetboil before I came. That has made cooking easier. It's definitely got me thinking about the next van, if there is a next one. I mean, I know I could still technically put a 2-stove gas hob on the side there and room for a gas bottle. It's a thought, it's not an immediate concern. And again, it's one of those things that I'll just have to keep using things to figure out whether it's worth doing or not. I mean, what I could do instead of getting one of those that installs into the thing is get a 2-stove camper. 2-stove camper? 2-stove camping stove. That made sense to me. Don't worry about it. You'll get there in the end. And just screw one of them down to it. That's what I've seen in a couple of others. And that'll work just fine, rather than doing a full install of a unit like that, but with gas hobs. And then I could just run it off smaller gas bottles. That could work just as well. Right, I'll give you one more shot of Criccieth. And I've got less than half an hour now. But I'll tell you what, being on the beach and being able to look up and see my home here, my van, enjoying its view, no doubt. That felt really good. A lot better than it being in the middle of town yesterday. Not that I get, paranoid about it or anything. Would never do such a thing. Yeah, that's it for now. I may pick up again just before I leave, or maybe when I get to where I'm camping. I'm really curious to see what this motorhome does, but I'm not paying out for another 2 hours just to find that out. I could pay 12 hours to stay overnight. Never mind. Well, them in that boat have returned, by the looks of it. I can see the dinghy at the back. I'm not sure it's going to show up on camera. Castle's looking pretty decent lit up there. And I think if you can see the bright light on the shore down there, I think there's another castle there. Or it might be further down the coast. It also looks as though this motorhome's about to go. Yes, I don't have long myself. 2047. Yep, that's him gone. Although he is going the wrong way, because it's a one-way thing, should be going that way. Maybe he's foreign. We go, 9 o'clock. I think I'm going to leave this video here. That's the day done. So, good place to leave it off. Not entirely sure what's going to be in this one, or whether there'll be as much as yesterday. I'll find out when I edit it, but if you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Help me out with the algorithm. And subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment as well if you feel like it. A nice one. Yeah, that's this done. So, Criccieth, it has been a pleasure. I shall be back. Hopefully in the not too distant future.